Hi everyone, my name is Victor Arroyo. I am the Junior Math Specialist for Math CEO, and my job is to help inform and model culturally responsive teaching. There are several components to culturally responsive teaching, and the one that we're going to talk about today is called voice. The key thing to remember about voice is that it's not just about who's doing the talking, it's also about who's doing the listening. And to help us learn how to use voice in the after school program, I'm going to give you some examples of how you can use it with regard to the Infographics game. So as a mentor, how can I amplify student voices? So in the activity, students are already going to be collaborating with each other, which is great use of voice, but we're going to build on that by actually walking around while students are working. And something that I do in the classroom a lot is whenever I'm listening to students, sometimes I have a little notebook or just a piece of paper and a pencil where I can write down anything interesting that I might hear during the activity. And that way you can actually share what the students are saying. You can either go up to the student and ask, hey, I really like what you said. Can I share this with the entire class? And then just so they're not super surprised. And if they say yes, then during the whole class discussion, when we're talking about what happened in the activity, then you can say, hey, you know what? I really like what Alex said. Alex, could you please repeat what you said to the entire class? And it just adds to the richness of the activity because it's not just the mentor talking all the time. Something else that you could do is don't share the name of the student, but you can mention it in the discussion as well. Oh, hey, I don't remember who said it, or I didn't quite hear the voice that said it, but I heard this. And that way you're still sharing the student ideas, but you're still protecting the identity of that student. When it comes to getting the students to ask questions, I have found that this is a little bit on the difficult side. So if you don't get it right away, no worries. If I just go up to a group and I ask, does anyone have any questions? I might get some responses, but maybe not. Maybe students are a little bit shy. So what you could do is maybe have them write down a question about the activity, or you could even test their knowledge to have the need for a question. So an example of that is if one student is talking about a particular place in the world, you could ask the students if they know where that city or where that country is, or if they know anything about it. And then that presents an opportunity. If a student says no, for that student to ask another student or ask you, hey, like, I don't know where that country is, where is it at? Or where's that city? And I don't know, to me, it helps bring out different voices. It's not just me asking the questions to the students, it's also the students asking the questions to me, or even better, to another peer. The last component I want to talk about is students having the freedom to meet objectives or complete activities however they want. In the activity, students can participate by drawing something or writing something. What I would add to that is also have the option for them to say whatever they're thinking out loud, and then maybe somebody else could write it, like another student at the table, or you could jot it down if you're working on a document or a piece of paper. Even just that small little step, maybe a student is afraid to write it down because they don't know how to spell a certain word. I think that's pretty common, something that happens to me. So yeah, if you could just make the learning as accessible as possible, then we can hear as many student voices as possible.